Are you ignoring red flags in your relationships and your prospects? What behaviors should you look for and then know to run in the other direction?
Right. I am here for this one. I remember having these conversations with my dating days. Glad I'm out of them, but there are a lot of people who need help. That's why we called in our psychotherapist, relation expert, a Mora matchmaking founder, Dr. Gina Mignette. You've got quite the title. Amora, right?
Amora, yes,
Amora.
that's right.
I love saying that. But yeah, I remember these conversations, and I'm sure you have these conversations with your girlfriends. Like, that's a red flag, honey, get out. Do you hear that a lot? Is that term still important?
Absolutely, it's important. It's important we recognize it before you get committed to someone, too.
Okay, let's highlight some red flags. Like, what are truly red flags? Because you're not going to have a perfect person appear. There are going to be things that you're like, you don't want to go into the relationship as a fixer. But what are things you should just clearly avoid?
Yeah, well, like you said, no one's perfect, so we're going to meet people with imperfection. We're human beings. But I think if somebody really has a lot of problems going on and they're not working on themselves, I would say that's a huge red flag. Also, someone that doesn't like commitment, or, you know, they're like, well, I'm really not sure what I want. I mean, maybe I want kids, maybe I want marriage. These maybe words, yeah, you need to make sure you're with someone that kind of is pretty sure what they're looking for before you date them.
Now, I remember trying to ignore, and I will tell you, I have said this before, Walter, my husband, for instance, we've been together, well, I don't know, 15-ish years at this point.
There's nothing to ignore about Walter. There's nothing to fix.
Yeah, 16 years. There was some fixing that needed to happen.
Oh, so this is the fixed version of Walter that I met.
I put the time in, Gina. I put the time in because when we started, he didn't want anything serious. He didn't know if he wanted. You kind of have that where you're like, okay, I'm going to change their input. Is that an unhealthy way to look at it?
Well, I mean, you're a very brave woman, let me tell you, but thank God it worked out for you, because it does not work out all the time. Yeah. So you're just one of the lucky ones.
I have to tell you something. So when Doug and I, my current husband and I, started dating, I was like very clear from the beginning, I'm having children. Mm-hmm. And some people think that that's not good to be that, forward.
Yeah.
But I did
so did Doug have the red flag?
And he was not committed. And then, God rest her soul, who's his mom, who's passed, she was like, I don't think he wants to have children. And I was like, well, he's going to if he's going to be with me.
So she gave the ultimatum. Is that a way to approach the red flag instead of running?
Absolutely. I think it's so important that women are not afraid to tell a man what they want and what they're looking for. And I think we get so scared, oh, they're going to leave me or they're not going to like me. But it's better to know in the beginning than to stay in this relationship for 2-3 years and then resent that person later.
Right. Yeah. Right. So it's hard to tell the difference whether there's someone who can be politely swayed.
He was.
Versus the person who's being vague and dodgy and is never going to change their ways.
Exactly. And I think that's really what it is. If they're just vague because they really are working towards figuring it out, okay, that's okay. But if they're vague, like really vague, and they have other issues going on and they're not working on themselves to be a better version of themselves, then you need to run away from that.
I want to make sure and get this in there. Do red flags change depending on age? Because in your mid-20s, it is different if people want to settle down, because I'm a very different person than I was in my 20s.
It's funny you said that, because as you guys are talking, I'm thinking, wait, how old were you when you met her? Because you're right. If you're in your 20s or even early 30s, yeah, people are changing still. They're just starting careers. They're trying to figure out what they want. But if you meet a man in his mid-40s or 50s and he's telling you that,
there you go. That's the red flag.
We need to talk next time. We didn't even get to the green flags, the good things to look for, but we're looking for that emotional safety, that
part two.
Healthy.
Let's do part
place.
2, green flags.
Yes, yes.
Green flags go. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Of course, Amora Matchmaking. If you're looking for love, this is the person to call.
Thank you.